let's take you now to Parliament, where Member of Parliament for Assin North, James Kwesi, is pushing for an expedited process to amend the Constitution to allow dual citizens hold public offices. Under the current dispensation, dual citizens cannot become members of Parliament or ministers or hold other such offices. In the last Parliament, a bill to amend the Constitution passed the second reading stage but was not passed before the House expired. Making a statement on Black History Month, Mr. Kwesi, who was prosecuted for allegedly getting elected as MP while on a dual citizenship, insisted the time is due for a change in that law.
Mr. Speaker, Black History Month allows us to reflect on the perseverance of our people throughout history, slavery, institutional racism, and the ongoing fight for equality. Africa, despite being rich in natural resources, remains paradoxically underdeveloped due to centuries of exploitation, colonization, and unfair global systems. I stand here not as a victim of political challenges, but as a testament to the resilience of every Ghanaian who believes in the power of democracy and justice. Mr. Speaker, the fight against dual citizenship, restrictions on political ambition is not a personal battle, but a national conversation. Our Constitution, while a beacon of democracy, must evolve to reflect the global realities of our people. How do we marginalize those who have sought better opportunities abroad, yet remain deeply connected to Ghana? How do we exclude them from leadership when their hearts, skills, and resources are dedicated to building our nation? Mr. Speaker, it is important that we expedite action on this passage of the Dual Citizenship Amendment Bill.
I believe that there's also a gamut of other duties we have to examine. One of them that I'm also passionate about is the question of taxation, so that if you're a dual citizen and you're entitled to be a member of Parliament, you're entitled to be a Chief Justice, and you are earning your income from, say, the United Kingdom, the Ghanaian tax regime should be able to catch up with you as well. Look at how our democracies, very weak democracies, sometimes even fake democracies, because every time people are looking for opportunities to cheat just to get to power. And so I think African leaders will have to do a true reflection. And as we do this true reflection, one of the things we also have to understand is that the aid dependency of African leaders and African countries, we must move from that and develop local and indigenous solutions for African problems. If we are able to do this, then the Black History Month will make a lot of meaning to all of us as Africans. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Well, let's go to a Parliament where my colleague Kuku Asante is on standby to even bring us what's happening in Parliament. Kuku, we know also that the majority leader in Parliament as well has had some engagements. What's up with that, Kuku?
Well, yes, MFR, according to majority leader, there is the need for members of Parliament on both sides to be able to access funding for private companies in their respective constituencies. And in particular, he has been zooming in on this IFC proposal that members of Parliament, in terms of the private businesses that are available in their constituencies, can access funds from the IFC. We can listen to him when he met the leadership of IFC in his office earlier.
Linking industries to funding sources, and also trying to shape policy that will enable the development of industry. Indeed, what we saw at the garment factories in Accra, the number of young people who are employed there, the quality of products that are manufactured here in Ghana, it will amaze you that a lot of the things that you are buying in shops in New York and in London and Brussels and other places are actually made here in Accra, except that you don't know they are made in Accra. And I was quite impressed that there's been that improvement in the quality of work at our garment factories. But it still remains very small, and there's a huge potential. And so I'm hoping that the parliamentarians who are here, will engage with you in terms of their various constituencies, what industries are there, and if the private sector players in our various constituencies can be mobilized to begin to prepare themselves and position themselves to be able to access financing from IFC and others. I think that will definitely go a long way to help us fulfill our commitment to the young people to create jobs, to grow the economy, and then to create more wealth for us to equitably distribute. So I'm happy that you are here.
The leader there speaking. I'll go back to Kweku. Kweku, what's most expected in the House?
The statement has just been presented. We now have confirmed the President John Dramani Mahama will present his inaugural State of the Nation address of his second term to Parliament next week, Thursday. MPs have been urged to be seated by 9:15 a.m. The indication is that as soon as the President enters the precincts of Parliament and enters the chamber, MPs will not be allowed to come in. And so that confirmation has been given. Next week, Thursday, John Mahama presenting his inaugural State of the Nation address. But also today, we expect that the report of that special committee to investigate the chaos at the appointment committee may come. Was expected to come yesterday. It couldn't because of a few administrative issues. And so after the business statement, that report may be put on the floor for a debate and ultimately a decision. But we understand there's a lot of haggling on the back. Alexander Femi-Makin has raised some concerns about a so-called bias of the chairman. We understand the Speaker is trying to iron out those issues. And so if they're unable to finish today, perhaps that report will be pushed to next week before the State of the Nation address is taken next week, Thursday.
All right. Thank you, Kweku. Thank you so much for bringing us updates from Parliament. I'll take...